So you've done the self-help and you've dipped into some personal development, but now you ask the question, now what? What can you do? Well, if you want to escape the apathy, step right this way. So twice a year, I teach a course called AUTONOMY. It's a 12-week personal development and training course. What people get out of it is multifaceted. There's curriculum, there's exercises, there's camaraderie, you make new friends. There's a whole lot of interesting things. We're going to hear a sample from the course right now, and let's take a look at the value these students are getting. Hi,
Hey,
Maddie.
how are you?
AKA Space Jelly, everybody. You might have heard her featured on Grand Theft World. Here she is in person.
Hello. I'm very lucky and happy to be here. It's a great group of people. Very excited. Everybody's quite beautiful, skilled, talented. Yeah.
And what are you looking for as your big breakthrough in your first season?
It's a really great question. I think I'm really looking for some clear vision of what I want. So I'm not sure of what I want. I know I want to know what I want. So that would be helpful.
It's like trying to make a decision of where in the world do you want to live if you could live anywhere. And it's like a hard decision to make. And so while you're making that over the next couple of years, then let's figure out, where do you want to go on vacation? Where do you want to go spec out? Because some of these places you thought you might want to live, you get there and you're like, I'd never want to live here. I don't even want to visit here. Like the postcards lied, right? So it's the same metaphor as what we want to do for the rest of our lives. What I want to do is be a good person and take steps that bring me the results I'm seeking. And I think if I act in integrity with each step, I can really never be in some place I shouldn't be. And so the goals can change, but the methodology of how to attain those goals are the same. Right? I'm not going to go someplace where I have to like mistreat people or berate people as part of my, like, that'd be silly. But people do that every day for a paycheck because they don't know what else to do. And they don't know a better way of how they're doing what they're doing. So I don't know. I just, maybe I'm a little too cerebral about it, but I always just see it's more work not to put in the work. So I like, I just got okay with putting in the work, and I don't see it as work. I see it as like life, and it's fun. I have a good time doing it.
Yeah. I've pretty good skills at learning things as well. Can pick up things pretty easily. So I'd like to kind of fine tune that and meet some people, get a little bit of a bigger taste of the world, and see what's possible.
Well, as an example, you're already good at thinking, reading, researching, organizing, marshaling content, and publishing it in a literary style. There's other people seeking to do that, like The Last American Vagabond and Unlimited Hangout. They need research and articles like that. So is that something on your radar? Would you like to get your writing in front of a bigger audience of people who like get to see it instead of just a couple nerds like us who get to see it?
Absolutely. Yeah. That'd be great. Dream come true.
All right. Well, you're 1 degree away, because Scotty, who was here a little bit ago, like, he's working over there, and he might be inspired to cover some of your articles, or something he says on his show might inspire you. So there's ways to build that synergy. And then you can just say, hey, how about if I do a free article for your site and you see what you think, if you want to continue publishing me.
Yeah.
And if he says no, then you just have to say why. Right. Well, I think your stuff's too long, or you don't have enough pictures, or not enough links. And then next week you do the thing and you come back and you wait till he stops making up objections and just says, yes, that's great. It meets all our requirements. Let's do this.
Absolutely. Yes. And I come from a good background of sales. So I have a good capacity for spotting objections and overcoming those.
Do you know the difference between an objection and a complaint?
Objection is something that can be solved.
And a complaint is something that's not going to hold up the deal, but the objection will. So if I sit down with a client and we're talking about painting their house and they say, I don't like the color of your shirt, I ignore that. But if they say, I don't like the quality of your paint, I can get you a different brand. Would you like, Sherwin-Williams instead of Benjamin Moore? Right. So the objection will keep them from going forward, but the complaint is just something like, they don't like your font. Okay, great. After you do business with us, you'll never see our marketing font again, because we're doing business now, right? So identifying and distinguishing and discerning between the complaint and the obstacle, and knowing when and how to treat either. And if somebody keeps coming back to you with, you solve their obstacle and they keep bringing up obstacles, then I would say, you know what, Maddie, let's get this on the table. Like, what are all the obstacles you're facing? and then I'll address them. But I don't want you to keep adding to the list as I solve them, because it makes it seem fruitless. And this is supposed to be a fruitful conversation, right? So just knowing how to do what you already do with a couple little improvements, with access to new opportunities and support of a good group of people that wasn't like thinking about your endeavors and your goals as they do now during this season. It's going to be a really interesting metamorphosis. So you get out of the cocoon, you get to try on the butterfly wings, and go look in the mirror and see how that fits you.
Very excited. Thank you.
Thank you.
Everyone's doing some kind of self-help these days, and you can find a million self-help courses out there. Most other courses out there are hosting lectures, they're hosting videos, they're maybe even doing Q&As, and these are great starting points to encourage learning. But at AUTONOMY, we believe that hands-on practice is the best way to really lock in what we're learning. There's no better way to gain confidence and mastery than through action. After each lecture, we practice the concepts we've learned with other students, giving and receiving feedback in a non-judgmental environment. The result is mastery of concepts like entrepreneurship, ethical sales, and self-reliance in an environment that directly translates to the real world. Plus, you make connections with other like-minded individuals who are learning right alongside you, and you have a lifetime membership in the community. The AUTONOMY course with Richard Grove equips you with confidence, competence, and courage in a world filled with confusion and noise. You can learn more at getautonomy.info. We'll see you there.